take you down to the garage and show you some more inventory. I recycle urban timber. I grew up in Dearborn, Michigan, lived there about 29 years of my life and moved out to Whitmore Lake. This is a 1-acre site. It includes my shop and my home. I've been here for over 30 years. For the first couple years I did this, most of what I did was portable sawmilling. What happened at that point is people knew I was sawing logs. Here is a little example. This is kind of an odd looking piece right here. It is maple, and you can see that it's been split off of a tree. So most people would look at that and go, that's firewood. My customer, this came out of her yard, she wants to turn that into something she can remember that tree by. They started asking, can I bring them to you? Instead of cutting them at my place, can I bring them to you? And then they asked, can you dry them? Well, then I started investigating kilns. So then I dried wood. Can you get a decent shot of those with everything that's in the way? And I have not even taken the feather duster to them. There's cobwebs and dust on them. Well, then after it was dried, people started asking about planing and jointing and glue ups. Basically what's happened, as I dabbled in it from the beginning, I followed what customers were asking for as far as the processing of it, which has led me to where I'm at now, running 2 vacuum kilns, 4 sawmills, and the rest of the shop equipment to flatten and sand and sometimes finish product. And this is where I've been processing wood, turning urban wood into usable products for a long time. The vacuum kiln is a very important part of the process. It allows me to do thicker wood properly. In my opinion, dehumidification kilns are good up to about 1.5 inches. Standard steam kilns, preheated kilns, they do 2 inch in them, but they're a long schedule. Most woods that I do, with the exception of hickory, walnut, and white oak, most woods are in here for about 4 to 5 days per inch of thickness. Right now I've got 2-inch white oak in here. It's on the second half of the schedule. There's not a whole lot to look at the moment. It's a lot of electrical and plumbing. Put the wood's inside, it's being heated, and in the vacuum it pulls the moisture out much gentler than any other form of kiln drying. I paid attention to what customers wanted, and that's how my business expanded. But there were different things that came and went. It's mostly the live edge slabs, the large stuff, but if I have a customer that wants smaller cuts, sure, I can do that for them. Why do I have a passion for it? As I got into it, cutting logs open, I've explained it to some people, it's like unwrapping a gift at Christmas. You unwrap that Christmas gift, you don't know what's in there. When you can look at a log, you can have ideas of what it's going to look like, but until it goes across the sawmill, you don't know what kind of beauty is hidden in there. This is my garage, where I put a lot of inventory since I don't have room in the shop for it. So I've invaded the family garage, and I have slabs along the walls. I have them on racks. There are a few tables I've completed. There's a variety from beech, walnut, elm, black locust, cottonwood, more walnut, yellow poplar, cherry, maple, honey locust, weeping willow, elm, and I'm sure I forgot a couple. Very few people have the machinery I have to flatten this stuff and sand it, so I take care of that part. And then when a customer looks at a piece of wood, such as this one, you can see where it's been sanded. You see exactly what the grain looks like. I don't do 100% cleanup. This dark spot over here, this is left behind from the sawmill. So, for instance, on this piece, if somebody wanted to do a small coffee table out of it, here's one side. See again this little dark spot, that's where the sawmill was. I didn't clean it up 100%. Same thing over here. Depending what side the customer may choose to be up, that one can get a little bit more sanding done. We don't need to do that to the bottom. We don't have to make it any thinner than necessary. So most of the product in here has been cleaned up, both sides, somewhere between 80 and 90%. And certainly a customer picks one out, they're happy with it. I'm more than happy to take and do some more sanding on it. While they're here, they can look at it and tell me keep going or stop, that's good enough, that kind of thing. I really enjoy taking something I can only look at from the outside, But then when you open it up, you're like, wow, this is awesome. This is terrific. Never imagined that was in there. One of the best parts of my job is when I finish a customer project and they have entrusted me to use the best pieces of wood and make the most attractive table or project of any kind that I can for them. And when customers come up and they look at their project and they start crying, that's unbelievable when they get that emotional and they are so thrilled with what I've accomplished for them. We all need paychecks to pay bills, but that compliment, that goes beyond paychecks. That's incredible. I've been asked many times what my typical customer is, and after 25 years, I still don't have a good answer. I have students, I have homeowners, I have remodelers, I have land clearing people. They end up with some logs and they realize they should be turned into something. I've been asked many times, what's your typical customer? The closest, best answer I can give you is somebody that has the natural resource or wants to use that natural resource and is at least somewhat concerned about caretaking of the earth. People that have businesses and want bar tops or tables, no, they typically don't have trees to use, so they come to me and they pick from my inventory. A lot of times they pick from existing inventory, but they're also welcome to walk around the yard and see what I have that hasn't been cut into, and a lot of times they'll go, ooh, what is that? And I'll explain to them whatever the wood is, and yes, we can use that on your project. We can saw it and dry it to your dimension and do what you want with it. The biggest reason they can come to me is the variety of products and services I offer. They can't come anywhere close to that at Home Depot, any of the box stores. You can go there and get 1x6, you can get trim molding. You're getting, when you go to any of the box stores, you're going to get mass-produced lumber, commercially harvested wood that's been mass-produced. More than likely, that wood has never been touched by human hands until it got to the box store and was put on the shelf. A lot of people are really comfortable with the idea that the person they're talking to and explaining their desires to about the project is actually the one who's going to work on it and produce it. It's not put down on a work order and handed off to somebody else, and then they don't know who's working on their stuff. So when they come to me, they get me. I've seen a lot of folks come and go over the years in the sawmilling business, especially on the scale that I work at. I'm finding now that there's less people doing it than I thought. It's hard work. You really have to be in love with it to want to keep doing it. It's not easy work. How many other people are doing it? Probably not as many as I think, or at least that were.